welcome along to part 2 of my fingerstyle instrumental for Apologise by One Republic. We'd just done our first chorus in video 1, so I'm going to recap from there. So here's the chorus. And then this goes into the intro of the song again. Okay, we're then into a second verse, which is the same as what I taught in video 1. There is a link to video 1 in this video and also in the video description. And don't forget, you can get the tab at my website. You can do that by clicking on the link in the video description as well. That will just take you through to the student area. It's completely free to sign up. So we've already done this part before, so I won't be teaching this again. However, it is available in video 1 if you've missed it. We're going to repeat that. And just a reminder, sometimes in the video I'm going and hammering on that C there with the middle finger. It's up to you if you want to do that or not, or you can just pinch it. Okay, so after that repeat, we're then going to do another verse, but it's got a little bit of a twist to it. The melody changes, so pay attention. So the beginning is exactly the same. That's middle and ring on the 2nd fret on the D and the G string. Pinching, thumb and index, thumb on the A string. Lift up, put it, so that's lifting up the 2nd fret on the G string. Lift it up, put it back, lift it up, pinch it, put it back. Middle. Bring thumb up over the top to the thickest string. Leave the index there on the thick B string on the 1st fret. Pinch that. So it's... Okay, then you can move the middle finger to the 2nd fret on the G string and pick that twice. Then middle on this 1st fret on the B string. So I'll do that whole bar slowly. Okay, C chord. Index finger on the 1st fret on the B string, middle finger on the 2nd fret on the D, and ring finger on the 3rd fret on the A. Pinching, thumb, index and middle. Okay, so thumb on the A string, then thumb on the D, then index. And then index again. Then ring finger up to the 3rd fret on the thickest string, pinky on the 3rd fret on the B string, pinching, thumb, index and middle. Thumb on the bass, obviously, on this string. Then after that, what you're going to do is you're going to slide on that little finger. I'll do that again. So what I'm doing is, after the pinch, with the little finger, I'm lifting everything up and I'm sliding it to the 6th fret on the B string and then the 5th fret without re-pinching anything. Like that. I'm not getting much tone out of it today, but there we go. I suppose you could re-pick it on the 6th. Sounds quite nice. Yeah, do that. That sounds great. Okay, so we're going to go from the C in that bar. Okay, then I'm going to do that whole sort of slightly different second verse up to what we've got so far. Okay, back to this similar shape, and we're going to do more or less a repeat of the previous bar, but there is a small difference. So we're going to go middle finger. So we're making an A minor basically. Middle. So that's thumb on the pinch, open, 2nd fret, open, pinching 2nd fret. That's all on the G string, by the way, on this index finger. Middle. Then you can keep your A minor held down. just bring the thumb up over the top to change the bass note to an F. So bring it over, press down hard, pinching, thumb on that bass note, index finger, then lifting up again on the G, putting it back, lifting up, then pinching again with it held down. And finally, middle. C chord again, pinching, thumb, index and middle. So that's pinch, thumb on the D, thumb on the D, index. Thumb on the D, index, thumb on the D, index. Then same thing, 3rd fret on the thickest string, 3rd fret on the B string, pinch that, thumb, index, middle. And we're going to go play the middle finger again on the 3, and then play it one final time and slide it up to the 5th fret. Okay, I'll do that last line before the second chorus. This is the bottom of page 2 for those of you that are reading the tab, which you should be because it makes it a lot easier to follow along in the lesson. And then we're into our standard chorus, which I taught in video 1. So that's an A minor with the pinky down on the 3rd fret, doing a rake. Thumb over the top. So we've done all this before. So this is a repeat of the chorus. And then this is the same also, into the instrumental. So that is as far as we get with keeping it similar to the very intro of the song, okay? We're then going to bring the thumb over the top and make this chord again, this F chord that we've had earlier, but also I want you to put your pinky down on the 3rd fret on the B string, okay? Pinch thumb on the thickest string, index and middle. Then thumb on the D, which is holding down the 3rd fret, and lift up the pinky to reveal back to the 1st fret on the B string. So it's then index, thumb, C. This time with your pinch, you're going to go thumb on the bass note and ring finger on the bottom string. Thumb on the D, middle, index, thumb on the D. So that's for the C. It's 3rd fret, thickest string, pinky, 3rd fret, B string. We've had this chord before. Pinching, thumb on the bass note, index and middle. Okay, so we're going 3, 4, and then we're going to repeat that idea, okay? Which actually is what happens on the next line. So it's lift up, pinky, C, and that repeats. You'll see on the tab there's these crosses. Now what I'm doing there is I'm just muting the strings and I'm taking my fingernails and I'm just splushing them, like hitting the strings with the tops of my fingernails. And then we're into a final chorus. It's exactly the same, but there is a couple of changes coming up. All the same, we've done all this. Now at the end of this bar, it's the first time I've ever done that before at the end of that bar, so we pinch the G as normal at the end of the chorus, thumb, index and middle, then thumb on the D, then middle on an open string, and then 1st fret on that string, so that's a middle finger twice. Okay, so that is a little different, and then we're going to do the same A minor rake that we do at the beginning of the chorus. That's all the same. Then 1st fret on the B string, I want you to pick that and then with the pinky hammer to the 3rd fret. So it goes. So this is just giving you a nice variation on your last chorus. Then thumb on the bass as normal. then making the C chord, but this time including the bottom string in your reg. Not putting the pinky down, basically. So that's not there anymore. You can do it as a pinch. So that's, well, sorry, without the pinky. Middle, index, thumb on the D. And G pinch as normal. Thumb on the index, on the D, index. Then that first fret again, which we had at the end of the last G. Then repeating that idea. Hammering on. Okay. So F as normal. Once again, including the bottom string, no pinky down. Then pinching that G and holding. And then the very ending. Okay, so we're doing a reprise of the verse. So this is pretty simple. Make sure you're slowing the tempo down as we go. Thumb and index. Lift up ring, put it back, lift it up, then pinch with it put back. Then play it again, lift it up, bring the thumb over the top on the thickest string on the first fret, pinching thumb and index. Then playing index again, this time with it all held down. Then middle index finger spare, like doing an A minor. Then thumb on the D. I'll do that again, that bar. Sorry. Thumb on the D string. Then make a C, sort of a C. Strum just the A and the D string and hammer on with your middle finger.